Hey, welcome into the round pen today with this little black mare named Magnolia. And I've made a couple of videos with her laying her down, but I haven't made any other videos with her, mostly just because I haven't had anybody to operate the camera. It's been a hot summer, and in previous summers, my wife did a lot of the camera operating, and she hasn't been physically able to do it this summer. So it's just whenever I can catch somebody to operate the camera that I've been able to make a video here and there. But this girl, she's 10 years old. She was bought as an 8-year-old out of a kill pen not too far from here, and was basically a wild horse for the first 8 years of her life. And whatever story was told about her probably wasn't true. I don't think she'd been messed with hardly at all. And so she's been tough. When you get a horse this old that's a panicaholic and has been getting, panic has been her go-to for 10 years of her life. Every time she panicked, it worked every time. She got away, okay? So I've been working through it, and there's no silver bullet. Like laying her down helped her, but didn't fix everything. I think I laid her down 3 times. I've done whole bunches of stuff, desensitizing, and each one of them helped a little bit. What happened yesterday was, I think, the 4th ride. And the first 3 rides, they were about what you see. That's about like she looked like when I was riding her. I mean, she's not okay. And so I basically have been stealing rides on her. What that phrase means is that the horse, you're on the horse and you're staying there. Horse isn't okay. Okay, so the first 3 rides were pretty short, 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then I'd get off, just walk her around, turn her a little bit. So yesterday was the first time I asked her for a trot, and when I did, she just went into full-blown panic and started panicking, running around this round pen, and she actually ended up slamming into the panel there when I bent her around. And I told the owner, this horse is not a bucker. I don't think she would ever even think about bucking. I'm pretty sure she's a standard bred as far as her breeding, or saddle bred, something like that. They're not known for bucking, and I don't think she's really thought about that, but she is a panicaholic. Okay? So, the fact that she panicked on me, that's nothing against her. That just shows me that I thought she was ready and she wasn't. Okay? So if anybody receives blame for that, it's me. I thought she was ready, I thought she could handle it, and she couldn't. So how do I fix that? Well, one way to fix it would just be to ride it out. And I'll take all the volunteers who want to do that. Just give me a call, come on over, and you can ride a horse at a full-blown panic running around this round pen. My intern's waving at me that she'll do it. Yeah, she'd change her mind after about 2 seconds. Because, tell you what, riding a horse in a full-blown panic is pretty exciting, and not in a good way, okay? I've done it more times than I want to remember in my life. So, the other alternative, which I like a little better, is for me to figure out something that is scarier to her than me sitting on her back when she's trotting, okay? If I can figure out something that's scarier than me sitting on her back when she's trotting, and she can kind of work through that, whoa, that's pretty good. Now, I've done the jugs maybe three times before, and I started off pretty easy and kind of worked with it, and I thought, that she was ready to trot under saddle. So that was just a mistake that I made. I've done it before, as far as thinking a horse was ready for something they weren't ready for. Okay, so you can see I'm just gradually working up here. Now, if she panics, and I kind of, in a way, I kind of want her to, because I'm going to do my best to shut her down. If she gets scared and tries to take off running, the one advantage of a little horse like this, she probably weighs 800 pounds or maybe less, is I can pull her off balance. If she was a big draft horse, I couldn't. Or even a 1,200 pound quarter horse, I might not be able to. But with her, I can plant my heels And I can pull her off balance. All right, so far she's doing pretty well. So I'm just going to keep adding things here and see if I can get her scared, because I kind of want her to get scared here. But I'm going to give her an opportunity to handle all this. And I've not introduced her feed sack, so she doesn't act like she's too scared of that, does she? Okay. So let me just tie this on here. And I'm going to tie it on in such a way that it's pretty floppy. I kind of want it to fly around and make a lot of noise and that sort of thing. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's add that. Okay. So that's pretty scary. And she's almost to panic, but she didn't. So I'm just watching her. Good. Good girl. I really like that. See, she almost panicked, and instead she decided to think her way through it. That's what I need to teach her to do. I need to teach her to think instead of overreact, okay? Because she is a panicaholic, this girl is. And so that's okay. She loped around a little bit. She's not in panic mode. Whoa. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good. And I'll tell you, this mare reminds me of my first Mustang Najoni, which I guess that was maybe 7 years ago. If you've not seen my video when I did the Extreme Mustang Makeover, it's a series of videos, okay? You can scroll down on the channel and find those. Actually, you can go to the top of my channel where it has different sections, and there's a section there that says Extreme Makeover, and watch those videos. And that little Mustang was a panicaholic, and his answer to everything was panic. And so there's some similarities here. They're about the same size too. He was, I believe, 5 years old at the time of the videos, and she's older. So the older they are, the harder this is for them. She's doing really well. She's doing better than I thought she would do. Okay. Whoa. And I've taught her the stop word. Halfway, anyway. And one thing this mare doesn't do much, she doesn't lick and chew very much. Which, what that is an indicator is that her emotions are going up. Now there, she's licking and chewing. I love it. But the lick and chew comes when they start relaxing, when their emotions are coming down. And I've talked about this a lot. In my mind, I just do a 1 to 10 scale. 1 is eating grass, and 0 is asleep, and 9 or 10 is a full-blown panic or a bucking fit, where they're not even thinking, they're just reacting. So part of my job is to get her up around 7 or 8 or even 9, and then teach her that she's not going to die and she can come back down and she can relax, and that all these things she's really afraid of are not going to kill her. So that's part of my job. And you know, she's getting better. I've had her a month now. This is the end of the 4th week anyway. And there's no way she could have handled this stuff in the beginning. She couldn't even hardly handle me being in the pen with her on the first day or so. That's actually pretty good. So both sacks are on her offside there. And that's her side that she's more goosey on, the right side. Okay, let's send her this up. Ooh. Good, she's licking and chewing. So you see my method. Stress her out, bring her down. Stress her out, Bring her down. I really like that she wants to follow me. For this mare, that's a big deal. Okay, instead of her wanting to run away from me, which is what she did for the first week or two, the fact that she wants to follow me is really good. It shows me that she's kind of looking to me for some comfort and to help her out, which I kind of like that too. So she's come a long way. She's just not far enough along for me to trot her and her not lose her mind about it. And she's had a lot of trouble with the flag. I've worked her on the flag every day for 4 weeks now. So she's gotten to where now she can pretty much handle this standing still. It's taken a long time to get to this part, but she's doing pretty good. Okay, let's see what happens when I ask her to move. Okay. So there's a lot of noise here. I don't know how you can probably hear it. A lot of noise, a lot of things flapping around above her, and that's the stuff that scared her a lot, was things that moved real quick. That was her big thing. Things that moved were dangerous in her mind. Okay, good. She's doing really well. She's doing a lot better than I thought she would. I thought we would see her panicking and running off on this video, and we haven't, so I'm actually happy about that. Good.
She's being good for the camera.
Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Let me walk away and see if she'll lick at you. Oh, love it. Love that head coming down. And love that lick and chew. Good. Okay, so she's starting to figure some things out. It's taken a month. And the lady that owns her, I explained this to her from the beginning, and she understood. This is not going to be a 30-day wonder. You know, she's not going to come around real quick.